This video is an extract from an interview where a not professional shares their top tips for artists. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy this video. Helen is the founder of an art consultancy called The Art Buyer, which is an online sort of gallery and boutique, which is all about making art friendly and accessible to new buyers as well as established collectors. A few people wanted to ask, when an artist approaches you, what do you personally expect to see?
I would say the perfect approach. Imagine you're approaching somebody that doesn't have very much time, but you need to grab them quickly. It has to be super simple approach in terms of the images should either be, for me, attached to the email or embedded into the email, so they just display straight away. I'm not a fan of lengthy PDFs that require lots of scrolling through. I personally would say put 3 to 4 carefully chosen images that are not really high megabyte, because then you risk that the email doesn't get through or I can't open it. Probably around a megabyte each in size or just under. JPEG is usually the best. It seems to open okay on everybody's device. And then a short email that can be, if we're being specific, that could be just 2 paragraphs, introducing yourself and saying why you wanted to approach the gallery, what you like about that gallery, why you thought your work would be a good fit. And yes, absolutely, please do include a link to your website and a link to your social media. I think that is pretty much the key information, and of course any contact details. I would say that's all you need. I don't mind a PDF, but it's like that little bit of extra work. So if I was asking for a preference, it would be, can you please choose your 3 to 4 pieces that you want to attach? And actually, I do think it's important to show a little bit of breadth, even if, say, I don't know, let's say you paint trees. Don't just include 3 tree paintings that you did at the same time in the same series that are all really similar to each other, but maybe be brave and put something from your past work or something new that you're experimenting with, because I find this a lot with artists. Actually, I'm really drawn to something that they hadn't overtly presented to me. And I say, oh, I actually really love your work, but I've just been scrolling. This is beautiful. And they'll say, oh, that's something I did 2 years ago. Now, it might be that you've moved on and you don't want to revisit that. That's fine, but it may be useful feedback for you nonetheless. So I would say try and give a bit of thought to how broad what you attach is and make sure that it really represents you as a whole, if that makes sense.
So is it important to you if you can't see the work in the flesh, or can online be a good first step?
Absolutely fine. How much do we do online these days? Everything. We live through it, whether it's good or bad. I actually think it's wonderful because I just want art to be more accessible. I have an very good visual imagination, and a lot of wonderful things have started through finding artists online, and they've ended up on my clients' walls. If we were to put ourselves in the shoes of the artist is out there putting all their passion and energy into what they do, and presumably on the whole wanting to be found, and not everybody is a natural PR or marketing person, so that doesn't matter. If I see something great, it doesn't matter to me whether it's on a screen. It doesn't matter if they've reached out to me or if I've reached out to them. Ultimately, we just want the beautiful work to find the homes. So I think there are ways of approaching galleries. I can speak for myself. I think developing a little bit of a relationship with a gallerist or an art consultant online can be good, as long as it's done in a sort of light touch way, I would say, because if you think in a working day, we probably can't respond to every artist. So I don't think direct messaging via Instagram necessarily is the right way to go as a first approach, but absolutely commenting and liking things and just showing enthusiasm. Everybody wants to work with enthusiastic, warm people. I think it's a nice thing to do if you can in person. Go and visit a show that's being held in a gallery, for example. But I don't think it's the best idea to just turn up with all your work under your arm. I would never do that, because effectively you're walking into somebody's office and in the middle of the day, isn't it? Unannounced. And actually, we like the opportunity to research the artist before they come in. And I think of specific questions. I think, well, I couldn't see, do they do this genre? I couldn't see if they work in that size. And I will always, if I have got an artist coming in to meet me, do a bit of research beforehand. So those are my sort of main pieces of advice. I hope that's been helpful.
Thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch the full 1-hour interview and get top tips from an expert, then click the link below and join the Art Ladder mentoring program now. By joining the Art Ladder, you will get access to our full library of webinars with curators, collectors, critics, gallerists, and more.